This is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, and Jerry Keyser.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, June 3rd. Show number 182. You're muted there, Mr. Miller.
Me?
There, I fixed you.
You muted me. I did
not mute you. Scott Hammer here along with Ron Miller. Jerry is taking the night off this evening. He's busy preparing for the big race this weekend. A couple of them tomorrow night at Lima Land and Saturday, Oakshade with the Dirt Track Truck Series in action. This is the reason that he is not with us here this evening. Well, I clicked share, but it's not going. I don't know why.
Well.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I feel like I froze up here.
Technical difficulty number 1 for the night.
Well, I can still hear things, so that's a good
early.
thing. Yeah, I know. I can't see anything. My computer is just froze up, but you can still hear me, right?
I can hear you and see you.
Well, that's cool. I can't see me.
Oh, well.
I may have to leave momentarily, but before we do that, want to mention that coming at you from the Hammer Down Race Report home studios and using this first time this computer has failed on us, that we've been using it for about a year now.
You don't need to leave, Scott. You're doing just fine. Everybody can see you and hear you.
Well, I can't see any comments, or like I said, my screen's frozen, so I can't do anything. So I won't be able to put Casey on. Speaking of which, we'll get to that here in just a moment. First, Hammer Down Race Report presented by Oakshade Raceway. Last week you had a shirt on, Ron.
Yeah.
And you wanted to talk about that before we got too far. So I actually put this in the notes here before we get to anything else. What was that shirt?
Well,
talk about that. I'm going to disappear for a minute because I'm going to try and unlock this.
Okay. Well, the shirt that I was wearing last week had AtFab written right across about where Missler is on this shirt. And AtFab was a name that Ornery Don and I came up with when we first tried to supplement our racing addiction back in the very early 1980s. We started a business called Ron and Don's Anything for a Buck, Race Car Engineering and Wheel Repair. And we had a lot of fun with it, and we made a few dollars. And Ornery Don came up with an opportunity to make instrument booms. Oh, you are back.
I'm back.
Instrument booms for a big electronics company that was selling them to Ford. And Ford wanted to know who the sub-supplier was, and we couldn't really go to Ford Motor Company calling ourselves Ron and Don's Anything for a Buck, Race Car Engineering and Wheel Repair. So we acronymed the Anything for a Buck to AtFab, and we just let people come up with whatever they thought it might stand for. Unofficially, we said it was American Technology and Fabrication, but that in itself was a fabrication. So, yeah.
You're a good fabricator.
We had a lot of fun with it, Scott. And actually, there we go. Jerry's got a ways to go before tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's got the Keyser Memorial tomorrow night. He's got to get that truck together. And our grudge match coming up.
Yeah.
At Oakshade on Saturday.
Yeah. We'll have to fill people in later about that, right?
We can do that now.
Oh, okay. Well, go for it.
It's organic. We can do whatever we want. I was over at Dibman Motorsports last night, and we were discussing the logistics of how we're going to do this. Ron in his late model, me and my Bomber, and Jerry in his dirt track truck.
Heads up.
And this is the drawing on. This is the bottom of my fan shroud that I have to put on, but this is where we were coming up with our ideas for what's going to be going on. That's a 7. So here's what's going to happen, because a little bit of adjustment from the 8 laps that we were going to do. You have to do 8 laps, Ron, because
I see.
This X here, this is the flag stand right here. See this X? That X is the flag stand.
Uh-huh.
This is Jerry right here.
The number 1.
Well, that's actually just the starting area. He's the X, but he can be the one,
okay.
whatever.
Okay, all right.
He's coming out of turn 4.
Oh, I see.
He's taking the green flag. He's got 7 laps. This is you and me back here, these 2 X's.
Yeah.
We're coming out of turn 2.
Which X are you?
I'm the one in front of you. You got to unlap yourself.
I see. Okay.
So we're getting the green
why
flag.
Wouldn't I be in front of you if I have to lap you?
Well, because you're unlapping yourself. The next time you pass me would be for position.
Well, okay.
So we're going to get the green flag coming out of 2. He's getting the green flag at the same time coming out of 4. So he's got a half lap advantage on me, a lap and a half advantage on you. You following this? Did we make this too complicated?
No. So far, I'm okay.
So I got to make up a half a lap and keep you behind me because I got a lap on you at the start. So if Jerry goes 7 laps and stays in front of us, well, I guess you can pass Jerry once, and if he still isn't, if that's the only pass, he wins.
Okay.
I'm making it too complicated. We're going 7 laps. He's got a half track head start on me and a track and a half head start on you.
7 laps? I thought
7.
This was 8.
It is for you. Technically 7.5, I think. Because you're a lap behind.
Okay.
See, there's a lot of math involved.
And it sounds kind of shady to me, but that's all right.
There was a couple drawings. See, we were going through this quite a bit, so that's where things stand. And I got to put my car back together too. So right now you're the only one with a vehicle that's together. It's the Hammer Down Race Report Grudge Match. It's going to be at Oakshade on Saturday night. At the end of the night, I believe, is where we're going to be doing this. So stick around for that. Just us 3. And winner gets a Big D's Pizza, I believe, courtesy of Dean Henry. So I'm excited about that.
Did you negotiate delivery on that?
I did not negotiate delivery. I'm sorry. Maybe if you win, you can negotiate that for us.
I'll share.
Okay. Coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure to like us, follow us on Twitter, at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Listen on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. And, of course, check out hammerdownracingreport.com. It's got all that information on there. Tonight on the show, Casey Noonan will be joining us. Exciting late model feature race there, at least the finish. I don't know how it looked from your point of view on the track, but it was a pretty exciting finish there.
Yeah.
Him and Jeep Van Wormer going at it.
I wonder what Jeep's feeling was.
Yeah, well, that's one of my questions. Is I was going to ask Casey if Jeep came over and congratulated him after the race, after he was done getting his picture.
Sounds like a good question.
Yeah, so we'll be talking to him in just a little bit. Before we get to that, got some commercials to get through here. I want to thank Oakshade Raceway again. We're the fastest meet to race every Saturday night. This Saturday, June 5th. It's a little bit different. It's going to be the late model Sportsman Bombers and the Dirt Track Truck Series. It's that series that used to race at Waynesfield, the 4-cylinder dirt track trucks. Jerry Keyser's going to be running. They're running Lima Land tomorrow night and then Saturday at Oakshade. So that'll be cool. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. Big D's Pizza and Subs, ribs, chicken, and more. Give them a call. They're out there in Clyde, 419-547-1444. You can order online at orderbigdspizza.com. Get the Big Nut barbecue sauce, $5.99 a pint, and I saw their drive-through opens finally open, or drive-through windows finally open, so you don't even have to get out of your car now to get pizza.
Ooh.
That's pretty awesome. Big on taste, not on price. Big D's Pizza. Real Geese Silhouette Decoys, the most technologically advanced goose and duck decoys ever produced, manufactured here in the U.S. Check out realgeese.com. Call 419-800-8100. Check out the new hoodies available on their website. And Millstream Speedway. Got a Facebook Live coming up next Wednesday. Tune in for that with Scott Warner. More details on that June 13th opening night. That's a week from Sunday with the late models, modifieds, and the Strucks. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, or millstreamspeedway.net. Also, we'll mention freeze frame photos. We'll talk about them a little bit later as well. Racing Roundup for this past weekend. I think Ryan Weekman with the weekend weather pit stop was pretty much right on.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so he's coming up a little later with a good forecast for this weekend.
There was no question about his accuracy on Friday.
Yeah. So that's coming up, and I promise I won't skip the how many tonight, like I almost did last week. We'll be good. You know what? How about should we talk to Casey now? He just popped in, and I haven't started the racing roundup. I've kind of been having the little technical difficulties there, and we're going to catch.
Let's go to Casey.
All right, we'll bring Casey in here. He's actually got some videos, so that's pretty cool. Lots of stuff to talk about for the racing roundup, which we'll get to immediately following the
interview with Casey.
2018 American Late Model Series champion, among other things. Here, let's bring him in. Mr. Noonan, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, Casey, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's make you bigger.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to see what you had in the background. Oh, yeah, you got some of the attendance awards back there. Yeah, poster, cool. Casey Noonan, the 2009 Oakshade Raceway Late Model Champion, 2018 American Late Model Series Champion. You won the Barney Oldfield race in 2008. You've done some stuff.
A little bit. I'd like to be more, but a little bit.
Rumor has it that he beat Jeep Van Wormer last Saturday.
I've heard that rumor.
Let's start by talking about that feature race on Saturday at Oakshade. Walk us through it from beginning to end. Of course, the end was the exciting part.
Yeah, I'd rather not have the exciting part of it. It'd be boring for me, but beginning was, the car was great. I think we started off third. I was running behind Rushlow there for a while, and was trying to kind of take my time and get past him, and got by him and got out in front, and then had, I think, right around 40 cautions. I'm not sure, but it was somewhere in there. So seems to always happen when you get in front. At least it feels like it does anyway. So
did you know you had a pretty big lead too at that point when before those cautions came out?
I wasn't really sure. I thought maybe, but you never know. Who knows?
Yeah.
You think
you knew.
You always seem to hear stuff. So
I was gonna say
you knew somebody on the backstretch with sticks.
Yeah.
No, we don't have the sticks. Under cautions, I look up at my dad in the corner every once in a while, and he kind of gives me a how far out, but that's under caution, so it's all going.
Yeah, under caution, you got people right behind you for that restart.
So you can't go into one very slow, otherwise you're going to get run over.
Yeah. So what happened on with I think it was like 3 to go. That's when things got real interesting.
Yeah, I had a restart. Got down into 1 and 2 and saw somebody down there, and which was kind of normal because I was where I was running at and how I was running the track. It was kind of people getting underneath me there going in, and I kind of drive away from them coming off. It seemed like anyway. So I got in there, saw a nose, got down, went 3 and 4, came back and saw a nose again. I said, "Oh, I better get going here," because obviously somebody's still right there. So I think the next lap coming in, I don't know. I saw a face full of Jeep. I saw him down there. Kind of was running my same line, and I don't know if he hit one of the ruts or just sent her in there too hard and hit a rut or what, but went in and slammed. I think his right rear tire probably hit the back of my left front and spun it sideways or busted that out. I actually thought the tire was broke off, but it was still connected, luckily. Then did a loop. I thought I spun inside, but I guess people told me I spun that way. I don't know. It's hard to really tell. But then I was kind of backwards. Saw somebody back in the pack spinning when I was facing the wrong direction, so I said, I better get this thing going again, and I did. Luckily, it didn't stop, and they had a caution and got back up in the front, and under the caution, I was, boy, they couldn't even get the thing to drive straight because it was towed out probably 6 or 8 inches. I'm in trouble, so I figured I'd just stay up there and start it and just hope to finish and get a decent spot. I kind of wasn't honestly expecting to even finish where I did there, but went into one, and it stuck and turned okay, I guess, and I kind of had to throw it sideways through there and get it around the corner because I didn't want the left front to come down and jerk it. So did the same thing in 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 he got back by me again, or got by me that time because I was kind of going sideways, and left me an opening in 3 and 4 I took. So that was it.
Did you think it was over when he got by you there on that last lap?
No, because I had a good run coming off of 2 for the most part, because I was kind of slow in the middle of 1 and 2, but I was coming off the corners pretty good down there, just from getting through that mud a little bit. So I had a decent run. I was staying with him coming off, so I figured if he was running about the middle, I think it looked like. So when he went up and left me a little hole down there, I knew I wasn't going to go by him on the outside because I couldn't steer on the corner. So left me a little hole there, and I figured I better take it.
When did you realize it was Jeep that was putting the pressure on you? When you got spun, or did you know before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was when I got spun. I kind of saw it. I saw a dark nose, which I know Shields was behind me every other caution, I believe. So I knew it was somebody else, and I wasn't really sure who it would have been. But yeah, just when I got spun, I saw him coming down into one. I saw him then, and then up into me.
So did you know you were gonna make contact there in the final corner,
Yeah.
or going into turn 3?
Yeah. I mean, I figured it was fair. So
At that point, it definitely was.
yeah, I got slammed. I don't know that he would have got by me if I would have had a straight front end after that. So,
Well, I mean, you used his car to help you turn, I believe.
Yeah.
What did it say? Four wheels or 8 wheels corner better than 4.
Yeah.
Especially when
It was just a little ricochet. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
no,
It wasn't too heavy, but I don't think I've ever done that before, so it was different for me. I've never run past anybody like that, so.
Now, how was
But in this case, you felt it was justified.
I figured it was it's fared things up. I think
You were even.
we were even when we were done. Yeah.
Did he come down and Did he come down and congratulate you?
No.
Really?
No, I haven't talked to him.
oh.
Maybe next time I see him, he'll talk to me. I don't know.
Okay, well, it was definitely a great show for the crowd. I mean, everybody was into it. I think everybody was on their feet there coming to the end. And it ended well for you. I'm sure you were happy with it. Other than how much damage did you have to the car? It looked like the right front had some issues.
That was a left front spindle.
Was it left front? Okay.
Yeah, he hit me right rear tire and left front spindle. So the left front spindle was because I didn't hit the wall or anything after that. I guess I hit the wall with the right rear corner, but I had to fix the right rear corner. Left front spindle was toast. It was like an inch or two out of where it was supposed to be, where the tie rod connects. So that was junk. Ball joint, I think that's about it. But, enough stuff where I don't think we've had to change this. Knock on wood. I don't think we've had to change the spindle in a car for about 4 years, and that was the first time. So.
Well, you got it all fixed, and you went down to Eldora on Sunday and raced down there.
I don't know if we raced. We went. We had some fuel pressure problems or fuel problems or something. We never really. I can't say we really made a competitive lap, but we were out there and we ran around, but we had problems the whole time. So I think I made 2 laps in the feature and pulled off.
Any chance you? I know you missed the first race at Eldora for the American Late Model Series. Any chance though? I mean, I think what are you 6th in points? 5th, somewhere up there. I looked it up earlier. I mean, but there's only been a few races, so it's still pretty tight. Any chance you'll go for that championship? I think they're $10,000 to the winner this year.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, there's a couple of. It looked like they don't have a big schedule, but the races they do have, there's 2 or 3 of them. There were a couple day shows, and it's hard to get away that long. So
you're staying pretty close. Your plans are stay pretty close to home.
For the most part, I think we'll probably go out and hit some shows that are a little farther away at some point, but
catch a couple of summer national shows.
Yeah, maybe try to hopefully get a Lucas Oil, or I think they're in Indiana a couple times. Or World Outlaws are in Indiana over there once in a while. So we may try one of those at some point, but still trying to get this fuel stuff figured out. We've been having problems with that all year.
So what's your main concentration? I mean, you're 6 points out of the point lead with at Oakshade behind Devin. You're up there in the points at Attica. I think there you might be 6. I might have gotten that confused with the ALMS. Is there any championships that you're focusing on this year?
Boy, I don't know. Probably we're up that far in Oakshade. We'll probably have to keep doing that one, I'm going to guess. But we haven't really discussed it ourselves. We've just been kind of going where we're going. In Attica, I'm be surprised if I'm 6th in points. Maybe I am there. I don't know. I haven't really looked, but we missed 1 or 2 races over there. So, but I'm going to guess we'll probably stick Oakshade out, I think. But that can all change in a week or two. You have 2 bad weeks, and it's like, yeah, well, we'll go find something else to do now for somewhere else to go and try some other things. So you never know.
How big would a second Oakshade championship be for you?
That would be awesome. My wife would like it because she wasn't around for the first one, so she didn't get to. She's been bugging me because I've never got a championship with her around yet. So that'll be
Didn't
cool.
I see? I thought I saw something where she posted that she wasn't at the track Saturday night, and she was putting the kid to bed or something, and then saw that you were doing good and booked out to Oakshade, and I guess got there right after the race. What was the story with that?
Yeah, that's a good one. She was stayed home because the little one didn't nap, and he was been how that goes. So he was they stayed home, and she started watching the feature, I guess, in bed, from what she said. And cautions helped her, didn't help me any, but they helped her. So I saw that we were staying up in front and doing pretty good, and she decided it was time to go. So woke the kid up and got him a bottle and stuck it in the car and made it to Oakshade before the feature. Well, she walked up to the pictures when we started taking pictures, so she didn't get to see any of the rest of the race. And one of my crew guys, I guess, was doing a Facebook Live video thing of it. That's how she typically watches when she has to stay home. And his phone shut off with about right when.
I think I saw that. I was looking at that. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's right after that contact, and he's like, "Oh, there's just some explicatives here and there," and then it just stopped, and people were commenting, "Where's the end of the race? What happened?"
So she figured out what happened, but yeah, I think she was probably driving faster than I was.
Oh, jeez. Nice. So what's different about the car this year? Anything different? Is this a new car, or is this the same car you had last year?
This is the same car we ran the last 2 races of last year. So
okay,
we ran around Black Diamonds, and we switched over to the Longhorn, which is what we have now. Last 2 races, end of the year last year, and we ran good the first night. We had it out and broke an axle. I think we were running second, and then the last night was the one we were topless race. We won. So that was a good one. And then the beginning of the year it's been good ever since. I think our worst finish has been 3rd or 4th with it.
That's not bad.
So,
and you like that car.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it's been fast right out of the box. So, and it's 2015. It's not a new car by chance. It's an older car. But
so what do you have to do to beat Devin? I mean, obviously you beat him in the race, but I mean in long term. It always seems to be you guys are right there, and either you're ahead and he's right behind, or he's ahead and you're right behind.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
Maybe have him sit out a week or something. He always seems to finish right there at the top 3 or 2 or 1, or that's what you got to do. You can't have one bad night. So I don't know. Just try to keep finishing at least one spot in front of him.
It's a good rivalry between the two of you, though.
Yeah, he's fast. I mean, he's always fast out there. Fast at Attica too. So,
but you guys get along just fine. It's not like you're arch enemies.
No. Yeah, we got along fine. I think he had our carburetor on at Eldora, actually. What my dad said. So.
Do you have any enemies? I mean, let's back this up. Before Saturday night, do you have any enemies?
No, I don't have any enemies. I might have had one Saturday if we wouldn't have won, but we're good. It might not be the same the other way around.
Who are some of your favorite racers? I mean, either people you grew up racing, watching race, like Ron, because he's been racing forever. But yeah.
I think the guy I rooted for the most when I was a kid was probably Bill Hahn.
Yeah.
He's probably when I watched the most when I was a kid. There's Patterson was out there, but I don't think I really rooted for Patterson too much.
What did you like about
the guy that wins all the time?
What'd you like about Hahn?
I don't know. He always raced hard. Yes, you always tell he was always one of the hardest people to pass when I first started racing. He was always, he would never let you go by. That's for sure. I got to race him a couple of times, at least when we first started. But.
So he's like the Ryan Noonan of dirt late models.
Yeah.
What's your most memorable race win?
Oh, probably the first race we won Eldora. So That's probably the biggest one. That's probably, I think, boy, that's one of the first races we won. Even we won Oakshade a couple times before that, but it's probably the most memorable one.
What do you remember? What year that was, or what race it was?
Oh, I think it was like 2007 or 2009. It was one right before the Dream.
Okay.
This one that we just had. So it was a good one though. I think they had some bigger names there that were, like Lanigan was there and McCready was there and those kind of guys were there. So it was kind of cool.
You're gonna be headed down to Eldora anymore this year?
Yeah, we'll be down there again for the other Sunoco races they'll have, and I'm not sure if we're gonna make the Dream. I'm sure we'll be there for the World, but the Dream obviously is on a Saturday, so we probably won't go to that one. I was just talking to my dad before I came home here and talking about he wanted to maybe go down for Wednesday and Thursday just to see how the car was going to run, trying to get this fuel problem figured out. But it's kind of an expensive trip to just figure that stuff out. So we'll see.
It's an expensive test session.
Yeah.
So next time you face Jeep, are you gonna, if you two happen to get racing for position, are you gonna give them any extra room, or is that whole thing's done and over with? It's not even gonna enter your mind.
It's done. No, I've done it over with Ray. I don't know. I'd race him just like I normally race anybody else anytime. So I don't give him any extra room, but enough for his car will fit through, I guess.
Well, do you think you gained some new fans on Saturday?
I don't know. Hopefully I had a good show.
I'm
I
sure
hear a
you
lot of
did.
people were yelling. So
I'm sure you did, Casey.
yeah.
What's the feedback been like from anybody?
Oh, everybody I've talked to has been positive. They've been happy we won, and I mean, I wouldn't say glad that it happened how it happened, but it was exciting, I guess, for everybody. So they kind of enjoyed it. So,
well, you got the Barney Oldfield coming up. What's that? About 2 weeks or so.
Yeah,
Not very long. What do you think the odds are of getting back-to-back ALMS wins at Oakshade?
well, we're gonna try. I know that. I'd like to win the Barney again. It's been like 12 or 13 years now since we won it the last time. So it's a long little drought. It's always one of my favorite races. So
Yeah.
What about the birthday race? How big would that be?
that'd be awesome too. Obviously, money-wise is a little more, but that's cool just because there's more cars and the competition you get from them guys. But
What are your thoughts on the birthday race this year, since it's kind of in the middle of the tour? I kind of think we're going to see more cars than we would if we were the last race.
yeah, I bet we probably will. Being how they got it kind of spread out quite a bit more, it seems like. So I'm sure the guys that are all running for the points will all show up. Where you usually lose 3 or 4 of them, being it's the last show, and
Right.
the kind of points are pretty much settled at that point. So they kind of just say, "Time to go home."
Yeah, they have
I think where we're positioned in the schedule, I think it's going to be an exciting night.
Yeah.
and the way they have the points structured now this year. What is it? The best 36 or whatever. You can drop 4 races, drop your 4 worst. So that might help keep people on the tour too. Anyway, what's next for Casey Noonan? I mean, after dirt late model racing, is this as far as you want to go in racing? Is there any other aspirations? And if dirt late model's it, how many more years are we going to see the number 1 out there?
As many years as we can do it.
Okay.
There's a challenge.
Yeah. So we'll have to ask Ron for his secrets, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
See how far we can go. I don't plan on doing anything else with this. Yeah. We'll see.
So
See
if you make
any
it,
interest to it, so
if you make it as far as Ron, you still have quite a few years yet to go.
I'm sure.
Okay. Next, what's your next race? Are you racing tomorrow at Attica?
No, we're just gonna go Oakshade. We're gonna get the car ready for that.
All right.
Go
Well,
Oakshade Saturday, and
last week we had Rusty on, and our streak is back alive with our guests come on and they win the next race they're in. So it may be bad news for Devin on Saturday then.
I hope so. Hopefully, keep it going.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate the time, and thanks for putting on an exciting race Saturday night. That was definitely a fun one to call too.
Good. Thanks for having me on.
The fans loved it. Thanks a lot.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Bye.
Here you go, Casey Noonan. Look, you're big, Ron.
Ooh. There we
Casey,
go.
Casey
Now
Noonan.
we're
We'll
equal
see.
again.
There you go. We'll see you in action Saturday night at Oakshade. So taking off tomorrow night at Attica. So, speaking of Attica and racing action from this past weekend, a lot of stuff didn't happen, and a lot of stuff did happen. Attica Raceway Park rained out, as well as Lima Land. Those were the Friday night deals. Fremont and Shady Bowl both canceled on Saturday due to all the rain on Friday. Oakshade was able to run, and of course we just spoke to the winner there, Casey Noonan. He muscled his way past Jeep Van Warmer. Back to the lead after losing the lead on the final lap of that American Late Model Series feature.
To be fair, he muscled his way around Jeep Van Warmer after Jeep Van Warmer muscled around.
Yeah, it was it was equal muscling going on.
They were even.
Yes, I agree. Like he said, it's behind him. Go on racing. Devin Shields finished third behind Jeep, so Casey did make up a few points on Devin there. Not as much as he probably wanted, but it's still a pretty tight point race there. It could be pretty interesting if they keep this going for the rest of the year. Rusty Smith won his second Sportsman Feature of the year over Josh Robertson and Mike Jessen. Jeff Oakes Jr. won the Bomber A Main over Gabe Mueller and Donnie Ringman. Corey Gum got his second Compact Feature win of the year. Eric Carr finished second, and Ryan Oakley was third. Brad Eichenauer was the winner of the Bomber B Main. I think he should be back in a late model. I don't like him.
Let's talk about the second place car in that Bomber B Main. The truck.
Oh, the truck. Oh, yeah. RJ.
Of RJ Cornett.
Yeah. That was his first night out in a full-size vehicle.
The young man is 14 years old. He comes from a racing family. Royce Cornett.
The Carolina Flash.
That's right. Longtime pavement racer. But RJ has raced nothing but go-karts. He's 14 years old, and Corey McCoy elected to put him in his Corey McCoy's own backup truck while he's driving the 911 for Mark Kackenmeister. And I thought the kid did just an absolutely amazing job. Very heads up, very professional, and chased a very good late model racer to his second place finish.
Yeah, he definitely looked good. I'll give him that. Very impressed. Flat Rock Speedway, Brian Bergaker won the Joy Fair Memorial 100 Late Model Feature on Saturday as well. Rob Moore Jr. scored his the Street Stock Feature A Main win, and Taylor Papineau earned win number 2 this season in the Street Stock B Main up there at the Level Pebble, otherwise known as Flat Rock. Defending USAC National Sprint Champion Brady Bacon, after his wild ride late last week, he raced at Waynesfield Raceway Park in the Ron Cale Jr. Memorial. Got himself $12,000 with the win on Sunday there in the Sprint Invader versus Patriot Sprint Tour feature race. Paul Dews got his first career Waynesfield win in the Boss feature event there. So some pretty good racing action down at Waynesfield on Sunday night. Also Sunday, Eldora Speedway was in action. Darrell Lanigan won the American Late Model Series Johnny Appleseed Classic. Ricky Weiss took second. Scott James finished third in that. David Stremme picked up his first ever Eldora win in the modified feature. I didn't realize he hadn't won there.
Wow.
Kind of surprising, yeah.
Very good modified racer.
Yeah. Brian Ruhlman finished second, and Drew Charlson was third. Jordan Conover notched his second Super Stock feature win in a row, and he got that over Rob Trent and Craig Dittman with a good showing there, finishing in third. World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint action. Friday's action at Terre Haute was rained out. There has not been it's been postponed. There's no rescheduled date as of yet. On Monday, Kyle Larson earned his 21st career World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series victory at Lawrenceburg Speedway, and that was the night after winning the Coca-Cola 600. So Kyle Larson still dominating whatever he runs.
And his Coca-Cola 600 win was very dominating.
Oh yeah, he
I
won.
don't
all
know
the
if you got a
stages of that.
chance to. Oh boy.
Yeah, I was playing in a fire in my backyard, but kind of watching the race at that time. World of Outlaws are in action tomorrow night at the River City Speedway in North Dakota, and then Saturday at Granite City Motorsports Park in Minnesota. The Flow Racing All-Star Circuit of Champions had some issues this past weekend due to the weather. Friday's action at Williams Grove was canceled due to the weather. Same went for Saturday and Sunday at Port Royal Speedway, but the Monday finale at Point Royal, $29,000 to win. Bob Weikart Memorial did go on with Lance Deweese beating Logan Wagner and Tyler Courtney for that $29,000 win. Next up for the All-Star Circuit of Champions tonight at Fairbury Speedway. Tomorrow night, Friday night, they're going to be at Wilmot Raceway in Wisconsin. Then it's on to the Plymouth Dirt Track in Wisconsin on Saturday. Not Plymouth, was it? That's Indiana, right?
Indiana, right.
Yeah, this is the one in Wisconsin. That's Saturday night, and then Angel Park Speedway in Wisconsin on Sunday. So those guys are busy guys.
Yeah.
Lucas Oil Late Model Series. Tim McCready led the whole way to win the rescheduled Cowboy Classic on Friday at Lucas Oil Speedway. Josh Richards then won the tribute to Don and Billy Gibson later that night, the regularly scheduled event. Hudson O'Neill won the finale on Saturday at Lucas Oil Speedway, the Show Me 100. He earned himself $30,000, some pocket change for winning that one. Next up for the Lucas Oil Late Model Series is June 17th through the 19th, so they're off for a little bit, I believe, for the Dream. June 17th through the 19th is going to be the Clash at the Magnolia Motor Speedway in Mississippi. ARCA Menard Series, Ty Gibbs, he's been on a tear too.
He has.
Youngster, yeah. He won Saturday's General Tire 150 at Charlotte Motor Speedway over Corey Heim and Drew Dollar. ARCA Menard Series is at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course on tomorrow night, Friday night at 6 o'clock. It's the Dawn 150. That'll be on FS1. So we talked about Kyle Larson in NASCAR action. He dominated the Coca-Cola 600 Sunday night. He'd never actually won a 500-mile or more race.
Really?
It's always all his wins have been 400s or less.
Okay.
So I
didn't know that.
Yeah, I did hear actually during the broadcast too. So the win also made Hendrick Racing the winningest team in Cup competition, breaking a tie with Petty Motorsports, and they now have 269. So they win a lot. I think Kyle Larson was a good choice for those guys.
Oh boy, yeah. And it's got to feel good for Rick Hendricks because 5 is the number that his son ran. So it's.
And Terry Labonte drove it too.
Right.
When it was the Kellogg's Cornflakes car.
Right.
Ty Gibbs, as we mentioned, he also won Saturday's Alsco Uniforms 300 at Charlotte. So he won Xfinity action and the ARCA race. It was his second Xfinity win in just 6 starts. So that's a pretty good percentage there for the youngster. John Hunter Nemechek was Friday's Truck Series winner at Charlotte. Next up for the Cup Series, they're going to do the road course thing, the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway on Sunday. That'll be at 4 o'clock on FS1. The Xfinity Series will take part in the B&L Transport 170 at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course on Saturday. That'll be at 1 o'clock on FS1. And the trucks, they're off this weekend. They'll be back in action for the SpeedyCash.com 200 at Texas Motor Speedway on Saturday, June 12th. That'll be at 1 o'clock on FS1. The Indianapolis 500, did you watch any of that, Ron?
I did. I'll tell you what, Scott, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. What a great finish. Yeah.
It was actually a pretty good race there at the end with
the fans loved it. Yeah. You could hear them roaring.
It seemed to be that they roared when Castroneves would take the lead. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
Yep. Helio was definitely a fan favorite.
Yeah. So him and Alex Palou.
Yeah, Palou.
Yeah. They were trading the lead back and forth several times there at the end.
I think Palou's only 21 years old, so I'm sure he's got a great future in open wheel racing.
Yeah, but Castroneves, he was the winner there. that was his fourth Indy 500, becoming the first person to win 4 since Rick Mears, I believe it was, like 30 years ago or something. So, yeah. And Castro Neves, he's no spring chicken. I'm just saying.
But I understand he'll definitely be back next year.
And that's
planning
cool.
for number 5.
And see if he can climb the fence again. I was a little worried when he was climbing the fence after the race. I was like,
What, you're thinking old guys don't bounce so well?
I don't know. It's possible. Next up for the IndyCar Series is the Detroit Grand Prix. Race number 1 is July 12th at 2 p.m. That's Saturday. And race number 2 will be Sunday, July 13th at noon. Both races will be on NBC, and I believe I did read that with the lifting of restrictions that also applies for this race. I don't believe there's any restrictions on crowd for the Detroit Grand Prix.
Very good.
So things are returning back to normal. I like it. Several other notes. Several local drivers made the trip to Winston Speedway on Friday night. Colin Shipley apparently set a new track record in qualifying. And Rusty Schlenk, our guest last week, he won his heat race with Shipley finishing second. And then Rusty took the feature win over Greg Gokey and Travis Stemler. Colin ended up finishing 7th. Jamie Grochowski was up there. He finished 9th. Dan Wallace made the trip and finished 16th. Chris Keller finished 17th. I've never been to Winston.
I haven't either.
Where's that at?
Over towards the western part of the state.
All right. Good evening, gentlemen from the Big Flags. Oh, Matt Swander's with us. Okay. He tried calling the Hammer Down hotline earlier. And
Did he?
It just kept ringing. I called it and it answered right away, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Other notes here. Kyle Larson, more Kyle Larson stuff. It goes back to last Thursday, though, when we were on the air. He secured his second sprint car victory of the season during the TI-22 Performance Fast on Dirt KC Classic on Thursday at Atomic. $20 win there last Thursday for him. And Jimmy McCune fought off challenges from Joe Liguri and Jason Blonde to win the Must See Racing Series 50-lap feature at Kalamazoo on Saturday night. So a couple little other bonus racing roundup action there. Make sure to contact
previous guests.
Yeah, make sure to contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racetrack photo. We're gonna have to stop having guests because then we're just gonna have to talk about everybody. The more guests we have.
Yeah.
Contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racetrack photos, whether on track or in Victory Lane. They have 24 years of memories with you at Oakshade and Toledo Speedway and other local area tracks. They can meet all your photo needs at the track. They also do photo shoots by appointment. Freeze Frame Photos, special moments frozen in time, 419-476-9978. Ron Miller Race Cars. Give him a call, 734-856-7223. He offers free advice. And it usually helps if you buy stuff from him, too. But, he's got race cars, parts, safety equipment, everything a racer needs. 734-856-7223. That's Ron Miller Race Cars.
Yeah. I know those guys.
Yeah, I know those guys, too. They've been kind of helping me out with Ron Miller Race Cars East.
Yeah.
Okay, Dittman Motorsports, trying to get stuff back together for this weekend. Got some racing news here we'll go through real quick before we get to our how many for this week. 2311.
We're going to do how many again?
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually going to do it too. 2311 or 23XI, but it's actually pronounced 2311. Racing may expand with another car or two next season, and speculation has Kurt Busch landing a ride with the team next year. Busch's contract with Chip Ganassi Racing expires at the end of this year. I thought he was going to retire at the end of this year. So I guess maybe it depends on whether another ride opens up or not.
Yeah. If he gets a quality ride, yeah, I'm sure he'll take it.
Camping World has been named the SRX Series title sponsor. Camping World SRX, yeah, it's known as the Camping World SRX Series now. Superstar Racing Experience. So the little IROC thing is now got Camping World on it. That Lamonis guy, he's got a lot of money.
Seems like it.
Jeez. NASCAR's championship weekend will remain in Phoenix at the end of next season. You may recall that used to be at Miami Speedway.
Homestead.
Miami Homestead, yeah. I was thinking Miami-Dade, but yeah, Miami Homestead. And then moved to Phoenix. Was it last year? Was it the first year at Phoenix?
Yes.
Or maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't know. Phoenix just seems like, I mean, it's not bad, but it's Talladega would make for an awesome championship.
Oh boy, that'd shake things up.
Yeah,
or it would
or
have
Bristol
to,
or Martinsville.
Yeah.
You know, something.
Yeah.
That's one of those tracks.
Eldora.
Eldora, yes. I like the way you're thinking there. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, Phoenix it's a great track. I don't know if it's a championship track, but I guess the weather is a big thing. And
Yeah.
when you race into November, you kind of got to look at that. So, not changing at least for next year. Fremont Speedway is having their Hall of Fame inductions for the class of 2020 and 2021, since they weren't able to do it last year. That's going to happen on Saturday. Gates will open at 1 o'clock, and I believe the ceremonies will begin at 2:30. And under the covered grandstands, 20 people are going to be inducted. If you want to attend that, you must purchase race tickets for Saturday night there, which is $15. So something pretty cool. Ryan Missler, thus your shirt again. Let's talk about your shirt. He competed against 7 other drivers in the the hashtag Flow Racing Dream contest over the weekend. It was a contest for drivers who have never competed in the Dream or the World 100 at Eldora Speedway to win a large part of their expenses paid for. When the voting closed on Monday night, Ryan received the most votes. He will receive $1,500 tire voucher, $1,000 in fuel, a $500 set of seat belts, entry fees paid, and pit pass paid for his entire crew. That's a pretty damn good deal.
Yeah. Now, he does not have a guaranteed spot in the Dream, though, correct?
I believe he's there to earn a chance to make the Dream, I believe.
Okay.
That is, as far as I understand, that's the way that goes.
That was what I understood.
Okay. David Gilliland announced on Wednesday a 10-time World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Series champion Donnie Schatz is going to pilot the number 17 Little Giant Ford F-150 when the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series invades Knoxville Raceway for the first time on July 9th. So I don't know. Would he be considered a ringer? Dave Kemmer said no, he doesn't get a guaranteed start. So
thank you, David.
But Donnie Schatz kind of doing the Bobby Pierce kind of thing, except for coming from the sprint car ranks. I'm guessing that one of those trucks is going to be a lot different than a sprint car. A little bit heavier.
Yeah.
Probably not as much downforce either. But he does have experience at Knoxville.
He's been around there a time or two.
He's got... this is actually his first attempt at a NASCAR National Series event, and he does have 27 career wins at Knoxville, including 17 wins with the Outlaws, 10 Knoxville National triumphs in 22 National A-Main starts.
Wow.
So not too bad.
No.
It might be one to watch.
Matt Swander just punched in that Buddy Kofoid was fastest in hot laps tonight. So another one of our regular guys seems to be doing very well.
Yeah. Buddy's a nice guy. Nice kid. I like him.
He is. Yep.
Mother Nature continues to affect the inaugural season of the Castrol Flow Racing Night in America mini-series. The latest event to fall victim to the wet weather was Florence Speedway, which was slated for last night. The action is scheduled to resume on September 14th with the second annual One for the Road at the famed Fairbury Speedway. So they have a planned break for the summer, and then they pick back up in September. And as we mentioned during our interview with Casey earlier, the ALMS championship payoff was announced, and $10,000 going to the winner of the American Late Model Series championship this year. There's only a few races, too.
Right.
But, yeah, so that could be interesting. And then final thing, of course, our Hammer Down Racing Report grudge match coming up on
this Saturday
at Oakshade, assuming that Jerry gets his truck together and Scott gets his car together and Ron's got his late model all together. Otherwise, we all might have to ride with you. We'll see who finishes furthest ahead, whoever climbed out of the hood or
just
something.
hang on tight.
Yeah. Big D's Pizza is going to go to the winner of that one. So there's going to be some hard racing. Nobody's backing off. And we went through the whole format of that earlier. If you want to know, just look under my hood in my fan shroud at the bottom. Right there's your diagram. This explains it all. Jerry's got a half lap.
Take a screenshot, folks. You won't believe it.
Jerry's got a half lap head start on us, and I got a full lap head start on Ron.
I'm still wanting that 8 laps.
We did the math, though. You're about 2 seconds quicker than I am, and 8 laps times
I'm 2 seconds quicker than you used to be.
No. I looked the other night at the times, so
7 laps. So that means I've got to turn 14 laps just to catch up with you. That's not right,
I got to do
Scott.
7.5 laps because I'm starting a half lap behind Jerry.
I think the cars are stacked in this one.
I don't know. You got the fastest car. This should be no problem for you. And if it is a problem, I consulted a third party that doesn't have an interest in any of the winners, so you can go talk to Mr. Dittman.
Yeah, whatever.
We did lots of math. We were pushing buttons and figuring things out there. Let's check out, speaking of that.
His calculator finger is missing up here.
Jeez. Maybe just a little. He's got other fingers that makes it work, though. Check out our Twitter poll. Hopefully this doesn't freeze again like I did when I tried to share my screen earlier. See if it works this time. Screen 2. So our Twitter poll was who's going to win the grudge match, but this was before we had the revised format too, so that maybe have skewed things a little bit. But you are the favorite, Ron.
Really?
71.4% believe you're going to get I got 28.6. I'll take that. Poor Jerry, he received 0%. And that was with the full lap we were giving him in the description there. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What do you think these are accurate results, Ron?
I've got a big fan base. What can I say, Scott?
You've had a few years to cultivate that.
Yes, I have.
All right, so let's get to how many. Last week's how many was how many late models were going to be at Oakshade for the American Late Model Series race, and the answer was 27. And Ron, do you know what number you picked?
27.
You did. You were right on. And we had one correct guesser in our comments from last week, John Young.
Really?
Yeah, he never wins.
John hasn't won in a while, though, Scott.
That's true. He's been on a little bit of a cold streak there. He picked exactly 27. So, John Young, congratulations. You are the winner of a Big D's Pizza. Pretty soon you'll be able to open up your own
pizza shop.
Pizza shop. Roddy, shush. Pay no attention.
No, I will. I was just
pay no attention to what Roddy says.
Yeah, you guys. I told you.
We'll let Pam be the ultimate decision.
Roddy's good with numbers.
We'll present my figures and we'll see where it goes. In any case, it'll be the last race of the night on Saturday. So this week's how many?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Oh yeah, we get what?
Last race of the night. That's after my bedtime, Scott.
Well, I know you're
killing me.
You're gonna fall asleep. Hey, I did not pick the time. This was.
You are killing me.
You're gonna have to talk to Pam on that one. She decided that would be best because it's after the features. That way, you're not gonna rip up your car before the feature, and it'll all be good. So this week's how many and a chance to win a Big D's Pizza is going to do with the Dirt Track Truck Series, and I really have no idea on this, no insight. I should have talked to Jerry a little bit more before the show, but we're gonna do Lima Land. How many dirt track trucks are going to be racing tomorrow night at Lima Land? Of course, that series will also be at Oakshade on Saturday as well. So, since you won, what do you got, Ron?
Hold it. Let's make this real interesting.
Uh-oh. What are we making interesting?
Let's add Lima's trucks and Oakshade's trucks together for a total count.
All right. Well, there's people already guessing. So, hold up, guys. Stop guessing.
Yeah.
And Matt's already black flagged. He guessed twice, so you're out. You're gone. So yeah. All right, we're gonna revise that. And if you already guessed,
we'll let you edit it.
Yeah, we'll let you go and guess again, and maybe Matt will allow the combined. So we're gonna say the combined number. How many trucks at Lima Land? So if say there's 20 at Lima Land, and then 20 at Oakshade, so the number is gonna be 40.
Right.
That's what we're looking for.
And it won't have to be different trucks. It's just a combined total of the trucks entered each night.
Okay. So there you go. We're going to say that. I like that. We'll do that. So it's their fault for guessing early because I didn't tell them to do that yet. So sometimes it'll bite you in the ass if you don't. You got to wait for the instructions.
We'll be nice. We'll let them edit it.
Yeah. So
31, Scott.
30. That's what you're guessing. 31.
Yes, sir. 31.
31. So how many? Break that out for me. How many is that at Lima Land and how many is at Oakshade? Them.
I'm not telling.
16 and 15.
I'm not telling. There's going to be one truck less at Oakshade.
Whose truck is it going to be?
I don't know. Somebody's going to break.
Oh, well, hopefully it's not Jerry.
That's it.
I'm going to go. Put me in a tough spot here. I don't know. 30. I'm going to go with 30. I'm going to go right at 30.
Ooh.
Right at 30. Is Kathy around? Does she have a guess?
I'm not sure. I think she's watching.
All right. Well, we'll give her a minute or two.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if you would like to play along for a chance to win a Big D's Pizza, you can leave your guess in the comments. Again, that is a combined number of dirt track trucks at Lima Land on Friday and Saturday at Oakshade. So, again, say there's 20 at Lima Land on Friday and 19 on Saturday at Oakshade. That's going to be 39 as the total. I'm just making that up. I have no idea what number it's going to be because I chose 30, so it could be 15 and 15. So there you go. So it's a combined number, and I think everybody's catching on now, and the numbers are a little bit bigger. So we'll wrap that up probably noon on Friday then, since
sounds good.
Thing. Yeah. So if you're listening to us Friday morning, you can still get in. Just check out our Facebook Live broadcast. I'm counting the ones on YouTube as well. So if you guess on the YouTube comments, that's fine. But you only have until noon on Friday to get in.
Eastern time for you folks watching on the West Coast.
Or in Australia.
Right.
What time zones do they have in Australia?
They're almost.
I know they're
with us on daylight. I think we're at 13 hours difference in WA.
But what do they call it? Do they have an Eastern time zone there?
Yeah. There's two different time zones, I believe.
Oh. Well, it's Eastern in the U.S. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, our Eastern Standard Time is 12 hours behind WA, Western Australia, where our friends Alan Blake and Brad Blake are.
There's the boss, the secretary.
Hang on. What's that? 28.
Oh, she's lowballing. All right. Well, we'll find out after Saturday, I suppose. Coming up this weekend, a lot of racing to choose from. Well, some racing to choose from, I should say. I'm not sure why this didn't update.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I still have the Johnny Appleseed on here. That's not happening on this weekend. So, tomorrow night, Lima Land Motorsports Park, it's the 19th annual Keyser Memorial presented by Homeland Tech Group, featuring non-wing sprints, modifieds, stocks, and the Dirt Track Truck Series. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:30. General admission's $12 there at Lima Land. Attica Raceway is having their mid-season championship night. It's always too early for that every year.
Oh, it is.
But they start so early, too. So, mid-season championship night with the AFCS 410s, the AFCS 305s, and the late models. Double track points, I believe, for all classes. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:45, and general admission $18 there tomorrow night at Attica Raceway Park. Saturday, late models, sportsmen, bombers, and the Dirt Track Truck Series, plus the Hammer Down Racing Report grudge match, and we're not charging any extra for that. It's all included. $14. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. That's at Oakshade on Saturday night. Fremont Speedway, it's Vision Quest night, featuring the AFCS 410s and AFCS 305s, the dirt trucks, the regular Fremont dirt trucks, the eight-cylinder guys. Although Jerry says that one of those the 4-cylinder dirt trucks finished in the top 10 running against the Fremont dirt trucks there. So that tells me that they're pretty fast. Anyway, vintage cars will be there as well for Hall of Fame night at Fremont. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission $15 there. Flat Rock Speedway in action with the Outlaw Super Late Models, Late Model Sportsman, and the Figure 8s. Racing will start at 7 o'clock up there. And then looking ahead to next week, Wednesday, June 9th, it's the 27th Dirt Late Model Dream, featuring, of course, late models. Wednesday night, they're going to have a full show with 10,000 to win, Twin 25 features. Pit gates open at 11 a.m., spectator gates at noon. Racing starting at 8 o'clock. General admission, just $29 for that on Wednesday. And then Thursday is the second night for the 27th Dirt Late Model Dream, featuring late models with heats and B features. 127,000 to win for that feature. Some chump change there. Spectator gates open at noon on Thursday. Racing at 8, and general admission is $40 for that show. And then they're going to have the 26th annual Dirt Late Model Dream, the one from last year. They're going to make up on Friday and Saturday next week. So a lot of action going on at Eldora.
John Deere checked in and said it's 8 o'clock Friday morning in Western Australia.
Good morning, mate.
Yeah.
I probably just offended all the Australians.
Nah.
Sorry.
They're good.
All right, let's check out that weekend weather pit stop, find out what the weather's going to be like for the racing in our area.
Here is your weekend weather pit stop forecast. I'm First Alert meteorologist Ryan Weekman. The heat's about to crank up after a week where we've had plenty of rain. We dry out just in time for the races for the weekend here. Friday evening at Limaland and Attica, temperatures during the afternoon reach well into the 80s. I expect race time temperatures could easily stay into the 70s before gently dropping off into the 60s well overnight, but again, we will be dry. Saturday looking great as well at Oakshade, Fremont, and Flat Rock. Race times in the evening, hot once again, highs close to 90 degrees in the afternoon. Setting up for the race will be warm, but it'll be a very comfortable, feel like summer sort of evening for Saturday. And once again, easily dry with next chances for rain not returning for at least the next couple of days. This has been your weekend weather pit stop forecast. As you're out at the races, want to check in on the temperatures, latest 10-day forecast, download that free First Alert weather app. I'm First Alert meteorologist Ryan Weekman.
There he goes. He's out of here. That's going to do it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. We didn't have any calls for the Hammer Down hotline. If you want to leave a message on there and get on next week's show, feel free to do it. 419-318-3081. And just to show that it is working, I'm going to call it right now. Is that okay with you, Ron?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we go. See what happens. Suppose I actually have to hit the little phone button.
That's 419-318.
Thank you for calling the Hammer Down hotline. Please leave your message after the tone. And remember, all messages are subject to being used on the air.
Hey, Hammer Down Racing Report. You're my favorite show. You're supposed to say something, Ron.
Oh, well, why wouldn't it? I mean, it's everybody's favorite show. We're certainly the best podcast going.
Okay. Thanks, Hammer Down Racing Report. You guys rock. There. See how easy that was? That's how easy that was.
Anybody could do it.
419-318-3081. 419-318-3081. Go to hammerdownracingreport.com if you need that number, too.
We even take phone calls from Erie, Pennsylvania.
I don't know. I think we should rule that out.
No, we do.
No. Maybe it's Indiana that we don't get the calls from.
No, it's Erie, Pennsylvania. That we have a regular listener in Erie, PA, so that's good.
All right.
Just wanted to remind that person that we do take calls at 419-318-3081.
There you go. I want to thank our associate producer, Dave Kemmer, field correspondents, Matt Swander, Doug Dock. We'll be back on the air live at 7 o'clock next Thursday night. We'll have the winner of this week's How Many with the Dirt Track Truck Series. We'll have bragging rights for whoever wins the Hammer Down Racing Report grudge match at Oakshade on Saturday. I want to give a shout-out to our sponsors again, if I can find the right page. Of course, Oakshade Raceway, Real Geese Silhouette Decoys, Millstream Speedway, Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, and Freeze Frame Photos, which I've just revealed also a sponsor on the Oak Show as well.
Yeah. Don't forget to listen next week on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
to Millstream Speedway and see what the updates are on their June 13th race.
And hopefully it's all good.
Yes, sir.
Models, modifieds, and Strucks. Although he was talking about he's got a lot of interest from the Fremont Trucks. He may run the Fremont Trucks as their own class if
I've heard that if they get enough that they will run just a regular truck class.
So challenge out there for everybody else, for all the Oakshade Bombers, Lima Land stocks, Eldora stocks. Let's get you out
I would
to
imagine that they would allow the short track trucks to run with those trucks too.
The Dirt Track Truck Series?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
That's it. If they've allowed them to run at Fremont, they could run at Millstream.
Sounds good to me.
We'll make an executive decision for Scott.
All right. Good luck on Saturday. As you look at the back of my car pulling away from you.
Whatever. 9 laps. Roddy Schroyer deemed it so.
Go out and support your local tracks. We'll see you next Thursday.
Stay hydrated this weekend. It's going to be a warm one.
There you go.
Folks,
well, that was the wrong button. Let's try this again.
We'll still see you next week.
All right. Bye.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.